Hello and welcome to BeamNG.drive. Today I'm taking a look at the Gimmick Pads. This mod is a prop and adds 29 pads that when you place them on the ground and pass over with your car, you will have a certain effect. Now, in the car selector, there is no categories for these pads, so I tried to create my own. And now the first one is the boost. So when you pass over them, you will receive a speed boost. Let's try. The first one will boost up to 100 kilometers per hour. Oh. So it's a little boost. Then we have 200 kilometers per hour. You can see the tachometer is not really helpful in this situation. You have to look at the airspeed here at the bottom, because the tachometer relies on the gearbox as well. So now let's put it into realistic and go over the 300 kilometers per hour without the gear, and as you can see, almost 300 kilometers per hour I was able to reach without the car exploding on itself. So if you want to use the high boost, you need to have a manual gearbox enabled, otherwise the car will explode. As you can see, if you take a boost up to 500 kilometers per hour in an instant, apart from your neck snapping, you also blow your car because the gearbox and the engine are not ready for that huge boost of speed, and that's a very, very flat Ibishu Diana. Then let's see the 1000 kilometers per hour speed boost, which is quite funny, because with light cars and a lot of space, you get airtime, which was unexpected, because you would not expect to get airtime, but you get airtime, and it's funny, it's unexpected, and of course it only can happen in empty maps like this one. In a city map you will instantly smash against a wall. And then we have the speed doubler. So for example, I'm going at 38, it doubles me to 80 kilometers per hour, and this is risky because the faster you go, the faster your speed gets. For example, let's try to go a bit faster. 58, so it would have been 120, but I forgot to shift in neutral, so that was a big over rev. And the last one is the slingshot. Now the slingshot grabs you for a little bit, for a few seconds, and then you get a boost of 300 kilometers per hour, which can be quite difficult because you need to control your car, and that's a huge speed. But these were the boost pads. They are tricky. You have to remember to be in neutral, otherwise the gearbox will explode, so automatic cars will struggle a lot. But they also work in the other direction, because some pads won't. For example, you will see. But this one, independently from the angle of approach, they will boost you. Now, let's try to do them all in one. Oof! Big. And that's big speeds, small damage, because if you think about it, I'm boosting 100, 200, to 300, to 500, to 1000, to 2000 kilometers per hour, to get stopped in an instant, and that's almost impossible. As you can see, it broke the suspensions of my Diana, but I still was able to get free from the slingshot. But anyway, you can take these pads at wherever angle you want, and it will still boost. So for example, if I want to go that angle, you can see it boosts in the direction I am going. Let's try to spin it on a pad. Let's see where it puts me. Oh, okay, maybe it looks like it pushes straight. But anyway, an important detail about these pads is that you can tune them, almost all of them. You can go into the vehicle config, into tuning, and for the boost you can increase the acceleration speed, the direction of the boost. So if, for example, I want to boost right, I have to change the horizontal direction, and you can also add a little bit of airtime. Let's try to add some airtime. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to my Ibishu, and let's see if the 100 km per hour boost pad lifts me up. and it also acts as a jump pad. So it's not ideal because you can break the car. Oh, it's still working. But as you can see, you can tune all of them. These are the presets, which is kinda nice. And now let's go and see the other categories. The next session is about breaking things and also repairing, but let's see with the first one. The first one will open the hinges. No, sorry, will break the hinges. So you will lose doors, hoods and trunk, which is not that huge unless there are aerodynamic parts on the car, but you won't lose any other body panels. And then related to this, there is the repair pad. As you can see, the repair fixes the car, but also changes the spawn position. So now, if I reset my limo, I will respawn here, which can be annoying. You have to keep that in mind. Now, the next one is the break a random part, but strangely, it always seems to focus very important parts. For example, here I broke a windshield, a rear light and a fuel tank. Now, if I go over it once again, it will break a rear axle. Okay, that's typical. It likes to break axles and now the car is not going anywhere. Let's try once again, because the axles and the wheels are a favorite of this pad. Also, it seems like the fuel tank likes to get targeted, and once again, both rear axles. So it is a kinda punishing platform. Also, if you sit on it, it will keep breaking the car. Let's sit on this, and let's see the car get continuously broken. Yeah, I had a doubt, but it's, as you can see, it keeps breaking. Sometimes it breaks parts that don't appear in the damage log, for example glasses, but sometimes it breaks the important parts, fuel tank as you saw, the half axles, so it can be a very punishing platform if you are unlucky. Also, if you reset it on point right after this one, if you put a reset pad, it will start from standing point. You will not reset the car on the move, which is kind of a shame. The next one is to deflate the tires. Simple. Tires deflated. Acts like a spike strip. It's not... the deflatable one, it's one of the platforms that you can't tune. So it will deflate all the tires. No exception. All the tires. Now, the explosion. It's the function... Oh, I forgot that the limo breaks in 3. The explosion pad, it simply breaks the car, just like in the fun section of the radial menu. Then we have the extinguish, which, sorry, not the extinguish, the set on fire. Simple, as the name suggests, the car will be now on fire. And right after that there is the extinguish, so you can turn off the fire quite easily if you remember to put that pad on the racetrack. Now, the next one is the least annoying one. It's the one that opens the hinges, the latches. You can see latches open. I can now go and break them, not putting wheels on other platform. Let's do... Nah, they closed. Shame, I'm not a very good limo driver. Let's break all the hinges. So, quite easy. Why? Why? Okay. Anyway, sometimes it happens. As you respawn the car, if you are still on the pad, it can have the effect. And now the firework, the most devastating one. You can see it throws you in the air and then you explode. And if you land on the pad once again, there is a high chance that the car will keep doing that, will keep bouncing and over again. Eventually it will fall off the pad. And sometimes if you respawn, okay, this time it didn't happen, but you saw it with the hinges, it can still have the effect on a newly fresh respawned vehicle. Let's give it a try, okay? I'm standing on this one, it breaks the latches, the hinges, sorry. I always confuse those two words. What if I reset? Okay, I'm starting to see a point here. If you reset the car when you are still on the pad, it will take the effect in the new fresh vehicle. Let's see this one. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So, if you reset the vehicle while you still are on the pad, you will have the effect. For example, let's see with the tires. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So don't reset the car on the pads. So these were the brake related pads, and let's see the next category. And now to what I call the air pads. The first one will try to flip me to the side, and the standard is lifting the driver's side. As you can see, it doesn't have too much force to roll the car, but it can still be annoying. For example, in the apex of a corner, you can have the possibility to roll. Now, this is the front flip, and as you can see, it will make the car land on the roof after lifting the front. There is a way to mitigate this pad, and is that by going very slow, like 10 kilometers per hour. As you can see, it's very high already, but you will pop a wheelie and you can still keep going after the ramp. Now remember that these are standard as you spawn them. You can tune them. I will try that in a moment. And then we have the jump. The jump, however, is a bit too strong. A lot of speed, but a lot of airtime as well, and it will absolutely destroy the car in a very funky way. For example, for this 9. Okay, this is a very broken vehicle, but as you saw, the jump pad is very similar to the jump button mod that I also tried on this channel, maybe almost more than a year ago, probably, who knows. But now let's try and tune the flipping, because in the past I tried to tune the front flip. Let's try the tipping. So you go in the menu, vehicle config, tuning, and you fight the sliders that they became very annoying since the update 0.39, so you have to go very fast. Okay, that's 100%, maybe a bit too strong. Let's try 76. Okay, with the front flip, a very high number caused a lot of rolls. Let's see if the side flip does that as well. And whoa, okay. So, at very high speeds, it also shreds the body. It bent the chassis. Somehow the drive shaft is still in one piece. Can I drive? Oh, I can drive the 9. Ah, the camera is in the body of the vehicle that's lost. But I can. Okay, I somewhat can still drive this car, no, because I lost steering, but it still has power, so that's a way. Let's try it once again, because it was very funny to look at. If I slide into it, whoa, it rolled. Okay, that's less deadly, probably because I was going slow. Oh, okay, let me try once more. What if I go slow, extra slow? Let's say 10 kilometers per hour, okay? Woo! Okay, no, it does only change the distance I travel while rolling. Now, that's an interesting discovery. Poor 9 got rolled a lot of time. But these were the air-related pads, and now let's see the next category. And now to the directions pads. These pads will propel the vehicle towards the direction of the arrow. So for example, this one, as you can see, I drove on it and the arrow was indicating forward, so it pushed me forward. There is the reverse, as you can see, this one, the U-turn, that will push your car back with a very high force, 140 kilometers per hour, but strangely it doesn't damage the gearbox, which is interesting, also because I did all this road in first gear at 140 kilometers per hour, and no damage to the gearbox, which is good. There is the stop platform. It will stop the car. Unless you are going at 2000 kilometers per hour, it will grab your vehicle. And good luck freeing it, because it is extremely grabby, especially if you are a front-wheel drive car. You will not have these options to at least make the wheel spin around and get a little bit of traction, so we'll be stuck in this pad as well. There are many vehicles that can't leave the pads, the stop one, and now there is the turn right, as you can see, very high speed towards the right direction. Ooh. Okay, I don't care to come to a stop, I just reset because I'm too far. And of course the left one, but let's see, if I don't touch the steering, it somewhat turns me to the left. Okay, I don't know if it's... oh, what was that huge lag? I have no idea. These pads are also somewhat directional. Now let's go and approach them all from this other side. Okay, let's reset here. And let's start by the one way. The one way will act like the reverse. It will push me the direction I came from as well, without causing gearbox damage, but it is a very fast spin, a very fast push, sorry, and apart from this map, in other situations it will cause issues, unless of course you tune it. The reverse, the U-turn as well, same effect, so nothing new. Let's reset it quickly. The stop, I'm not even trying because it will stop the car. And this one, the turn right and turn left, they will just push me towards... Ooh! I rolled. Towards the direction the arrow points, just like the other situation. What if I approach the one way from the side, however? If I'm correct, it will push me to the right. Yeah, of course. So these serve, I'm not saying almost no purpose to have all of these, because I'm not sure why there is the turn right, if I can just put the one way to the other angle. But oh no, the controller disconnected and I'm going on the pad. Yeah, okay, controller is back. So they seem a little bit redundant, but they are fine, So these were the directions pad, and let's see what's next. And now the spin pads. The first one will make your vehicle spin in place, this one with the banana. Whoa! And it spins quite fast for being stock. This is the standard. All the plates are standard as I try them, unless you see me modifying the values. So it can be a very big spin. Also, it forces you on a direction, unless you tune it to spin in the other one. And you saw that I was trying to spin, it counter-spun me. That's interesting. And now the tornado. The tornado is just the spin with airtime. You will see in a second. As you can see, these, oh, I like the eyes. The pupils are wider. And this is quite deadly, because airtime is always deadly in this game. And you can also tune this one to do small spin. Let's try, let's see. Vehicle config, tuning. You can see spin power. I can go for a lazy spin. Let's do, if the sliders don't fight back, 12%, okay. It should just barely spin me around. Let's see if my plan is working. And just a 180 degree. That was a very, very lazy spin. As you can see, you can tune it as you wish. I think this is in the apex of a corner can be a lot of hassle. Oh, wait a moment. If you know where you're going to spin, you can counter it. Okay, that was stupid. So, if I counter steer to the right... Yes, nice. So, if you know the strength and the direction of the spin, you can counter it. That's nice, that's nice. You can counter the tornado, of course. Let's do it once more, because it's funny to destroy this car. And it's perfect for this kind of demonstration. I really like it. I like to destroy the 9, it's my favorite vehicle in this game. Also with these goggly eyes, lovely. So, these were the spinny pads, as I like to call them. And now to the final category of pads. And the last pads are put in the random category because they are single, they don't have a proper one to fit it, so let's put them into random. The first one is at the same level of the latches one. It doesn't do damage to the car, instead it randomly changes the colors. So if I will now stop on it, you can see I have a triple color paint job. It will cycle through them, and until I'm not off the platform, it will keep changing the color, and it is permanent. So now I have a blue 9 with nice yellow and gray flames. Lovely. Now, the other one is the teleport, and it's here. When I go on it, it will teleport me on a random spot of the map. And it is quite annoying at this moment because it is quite far. But there is the option to have a double, a set teleportation point. Now, this one, you have to go in the vehicle config parts. You have to go into the tuning. Yeah, I'm using the 9. So let's go. Okay, teleport, tuning, gate number. You have to create, you have to assign a number that's not 0 to this plate. You have to create another one with the same number, so you will not be teleported between the two. You can also change the gate role. It can be only an exit, it can be only an entrance. Now let's keep it both. So this is number 3. I already have one here. Okay, perfect. Vehicle config, and let's give it number 3. Perfect. And now, with my lovely dark blue 9, I can teleport between these two spots. You can see there are the other plates I'm using. And if I reverse back into it, I'm back into this platform. Now let's go back once again, because I want to show that it creates a new spawn point. So now if I go down and crash my lovely old school vehicle and reset, it will respawn here. So keep that in mind. A lot of these plates change your spawning position. Now let's go back to the beginning. I want to change color once again because I like to change color. This plate is probably one of my favorite. Let's hope for a nice bright car. And okay, it's black. Never mind. And this is the last one, the random. Now, this one can act as all the other platforms. You don't know prior to going over it, and it can be a small thing and a big thing, but you have no you can't be certain 100% to know what happened, because there isn't a name anywhere. Unless it causes some kind of recognizable damage, it's difficult to judge. Okay, now this was the set on fire. Let's go back and see once more some effect. And this is the tornado. Okay, that's a dead 9. Let's try a few more times on the random. And sometimes it is difficult to judge. Okay, this is the jump. But as you can see, I can see what it's doing because I tried all of them. If you forget, there are some platforms you can have some troubles. For example, here I got a new spawn point and the car is now fixed. Let's try again. And now I got teleported, and this is kinda annoying because if you don't have the plate close to the home position, you need to do a lot of backtracking. Now I recovered once again. Now I'm getting boosted to the side. This was the turn right arrow, I think. Oof, big explosion. So the random is turn left. I would not recommend to use this that much. Ooh, nice oh, lovely white. Because sometimes you do just a color change, sometimes your car explodes in the air. So it can be quite annoying. For example, if you're setting up an obstacle course to have this kind of things. And for example, now it's acting as the stop. And now it spun around. Why it spun? I don't know. I was still on the platform, so the effect kept cycling, but I have no idea why it spit me out. And what this was, I have absolutely no idea. So as you can see, sometimes it's difficult to judge. But anyway, these were all the gimmick pads very fun mod. I really recommend you go and download it yourself. It is available on the repository and I think on the game forum. I will put a link in the description anyway, if it is. And I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.